When I first moved here, I was told a story. There was a big snowfall in 2010. You were only a baby, Nellie, right?
Was that scary?
No, it's not scary.
I'm gonna go.
No, it's not scary.
I'm gonna
But there was, listen, but when the snow comes in the mountain, there's wild cats live up in the mountain. And now they're big cats to be the size of Buffy, right? And they live in the trees, in the woods, and they hunt rabbits, and they hunt birds, and they eat small mice and rats and stuff like that. And sometimes when there's no food, they're sometimes seen by tourists up and around the mountain that'll come out and like the people who leave food for a picnic or something like that, they'll take that. There was a case back in the 1980s where there were some Boy Scouts went up, and it was a really, 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 really bad summer.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
And the boys camped up and they cooked food. Yeah, I will. And they cooked food out in the open on their pots. Now, they shouldn't have done that because that was asking for trouble. And these are big cats. Now they're kind of a light colour. They're called the Pusheen Bán, right? Or Pusheen Bán, or the Pusheens. And a Pusheen is an Irish word for a cat. And a Pusheen Bán is a white cat. And they're very, very white. And they're related to the snow leopard. But they're one of the rarest cats that you find in Ireland. You only find them up around the back of Mount Leinster. But they live up there. But these boys, I think what they did was they actually, I think that they didn't kill someone, but they badly attacked some of the scouts because they were starving. So people were always warned, whenever, especially during the summer, whatever, or a bad spell, if you camp up there, to bring your food with you, or don't leave it out in the open. But when the snow comes, that's when the real thing happens. When the snow comes up in the mountain, like today where we were, they have no way of getting food, and it's very, very hard to catch rabbits and stuff like that because rabbits won't come out of their holes. So what they do is they start travelling down from the hill and down round through Kilteely and down through, know that where we were there today, lads, and down along that road and back up around the back of Ballindagan. And what they do is they come down and they take baby sheep that are out in the field, or lambs, or they take a small calf, or they would take animals like dogs and cats, but they wouldn't really eat them as much, but they would eat a sheep more so, right? So what people would have to do is, when the old people around here, I was told, when the snow would come, they'd always bring their little sheep in out of the fields, and they'd always lock up their pigs and lock up their animals or lock up their hens, because the Pusheen Bán will come down.
Daddy, is this true?
Is it true? Do you? No. Our hens are locked in. They've got the yolk in them, and the Pusheen Bán. Do you know what they wouldn't be able to do, lads? You know when I built my hen house?
Yeah.
I built a little small hole in, and you know why I built a small hole?
Why?
Because the Pusheen Bán wouldn't be able to get into the hole. Are you with me?
But Daddy, the Pusheen Bán could get in because the big gap.
Where?
The gap where the hens get out.
That's only a small gap. The Pusheen Bán is the size of Buffy. You don't even be his hand in, and should they jump down onto the underneath the yoke, you wouldn't get him at all. There'll be no fear of him taking the hens, right?
But Daddy, is it true?
Now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want this story to be true, or do you want it to be not true?
Not true.
What do you think, Nellie?
Whatever it is.
Because there's always a fear, if it's not true, you won't enjoy the story as much, won't you not? And if it's true, it'll frighten the shite out of you, isn't that right? It's a catch-22. Now I'd say what you can think is like, I'm going to whisper in Eppie's ear, Eppie, it's not true. Nellie, it's true. Now, no, it's not true, lads. I'm making the story up. But the Pusheen Bán would get you. Once there was a snow here, and I went out one morning. I was going off to Limerick, and I used to be up early in the morning, and I went outside, and the cats were all hiding at their, lined up against the door, and Jojo was pissing everywhere. Everywhere he put his arse, bzz, bzz, bzz. And I was going, why is he pissing so much? Not the way he pisses to mark his territory.
Yeah.
But I looked up on top of my bonnet of my car, under the roof of my car, and up on the bonnet there were massive paw prints, like that size, Nelly, look, that size. And another way they walked, cats don't leave paw prints in the car. These were big ones. Another way, he'd actually been up on the roof and he saw all these paw prints on the roof, and he actually sat down, and you could see where he sat down because all the snow was melted where he sat down. And Chubby and the cats and all that must have kind of chased him up there, and they couldn't get at him. Buffy and all were all around, but he managed to escape. But he wouldn't harm humans though unless he was really hungry. He'd only take little girls. Nah, no, he won't. The end.
Everything you're telling is a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie.